What's up, everybody? It's Dakisha Williams of Visions Consulting, and just want to come. It's Thursday. We're gonna talk about it on Thursday. Uh, the keynote. Can you guys see that? So we're hanging here on Periscope and Facebook Live. I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes to join in, and just tell me, where you're from, who's out there. Let me know where you're from. What's your name, first name, last name. If you are in business, I would love for you to share a little bit about what you do. Hey, Dorian, what's up? You haven't left yet. So, um, I've been hanging with my kids. Hey, Saccone. I've been hanging with my kids this summer, right? So, as you know, the summer's getting ready to come to an end. It's almost time for back to school. And I'm excited. I love it. I'm getting ready to do my happy dance. But hey, Tiara. Hey, Rora. So I'm getting ready to share both personal lessons and business lessons. I already gave you a shout out, Rara. Hi, Barrett. Thanks for joining. Gotta love family when they join in on your broadcast. Love you, girl. All right, so I've been at home with both of my children this summer. We tried the summer camp thing for my son. I don't know if you saw some of the posts. It was a struggle, but we made it. We made it thus far, and so we're getting ready to start football. You guys know that my daughter is a competitive gymnast, so literally my day consists of getting up and dropping off at practice, coming home working, and then dropping off at another practice. So, let's talk about what I learned from a personal standpoint. This one's going to be quite interesting. And I can't wait to see some of the comments. But from a personal standpoint, when you talk about what just being home with my children, the first point that I love to make is that our children need both of their parents to co-parent effectively and efficiently in order for them to have and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Like, some people just don't understand the relationship that I have with my children's father, and there's no love lost. And whenever, something is going on in my children's life, I'm sending pictures, I'm sending videos, and I'm calling and letting them know what's going on in their child's life. And so I feel like it's very important that it's very important. I'm not going to comment, De'Ara, because I love you. You had me. You didn't have both parents, but you had me. But it's very important, to have both parents. Also, with raising two athletes, they deal with competition just like we do in the entrepreneurial world. Like, it's just, it's amazing at the level that these kids have to go through with competing at such very young ages. Now, my daughter is 16, so we've been able to have conversations to kind of help her through it. And I don't know if you saw the Facebook Live that we did last week after we went exercising. And actually, that particular broadcast was about the two of them competing together, like craziness. And so they have 6 years between the two of them. They're both athletic, but my daughter has 6 years worth of exercise and athletic ability over my son, but he pushes himself to be, on her level. So even competition in the house, granted, healthy competition is good. But it's amazing at the levels that, kids have to deal with competition the same way that in the, the entrepreneurial world, we deal with it too. And, but healthy competition is always good. So I posted earlier today that, it's not about competing, it's about completing. So another thing, I'm going to have some coffee. But another thing too that I learned was distraction comes in many shapes and colors. Absolutely crazy. Vanessa, I see you jump from Periscope to Facebook Live. Welcome. Hey, Benford, thank you so much. But yeah, so even with the kids, distractions can come in many shapes, form, and fashion. And so a lot of times they often can be a distraction for me and my business. So, I got a sign on my door. Once I go in my office, don't bother mommy. But even, things that they deal with, it's just amazing that distractions, and not to say that my babies are distractions, but sometimes they can be a distraction to getting my work done. But distractions can come in any shapes, colors. It doesn't even matter. But you have to be able to manage your time in order to deal with the distractions. And another thing that you all know about me, I started my business and I started to work at home so that I could be more present for my kids. So that's probably lesson number 4, I think, is family first. That's very important to me from a personal standpoint. And then, of course, I just said it, that you need to be present. I'm going to say this. Somebody probably won't like it, but I'm going to say it anyway. You can't be no phone parent. Like, it doesn't work. You have to be present there. That's all I'm going to say. And then sometimes you have to do things. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't show any love to Periscope. But yeah, sometimes you have to do some things that, you ultimately don't want to do, like exercise. I don't want to exercise, but it helps my son. I know, this is why I said it, because it's my video, it's my Facebook feed, so I'm going to say what I want to say on my Facebook feed. Thanks, Barrett. But yeah, so sometimes you ultimately have to do some things that you don't necessarily want to do, and I took my son running this morning, so yeah, I had to, freshen up to get ready for Facebook Live, but I wanted to share that with you. That's something that I just don't do. Like, I'm not going to even lie. I don't exercise. I don't. I would love to. I want to do more of it, but I don't. And so now he's in a position where he's getting ready for football. So ultimately, mom has to, get baby ready. So, or we're going to take him out to MSP and let Mitchell get him ready. How about that? Bragging? No, not bragging. You know what they told me? Self-promotion. And then my PR specialist, Nikki Curry, she said self-promotion. No, bragging, it's not bragging if it's the truth. There you go. It's not bragging if it's the truth. And we've come to the conclusion last week that it's self-promotion. All right? There you go. So those are my personal things that I learned hanging with my babies this summer. And then we're going to switch it up for the entrepreneurs that are hanging out there with me. So from a business standpoint, this one is going to be deep. This is interesting. Fear can look like many things. Fear can look like procrastination. Fear can look like self-doubt. Fear can look like perfection. And so fear comes in many different shapes, forms, and fashion as well. And one of the things that I noticed is that fear can attack newbies. It can attack those that are seasoned, and it can attack those that are affluent. Like, it does not discriminate against any level of success. But fear can stop you from getting your blessings, from getting to the next level, from achieving your goals. And so being home with the babies, not only my son dealing with fear, I'm dealing, meaning present with fear, levels of fear. I got chewed out last week. I ain't ashamed. We all, coaches gotta have coaches. Consultants have to have the coaches. So, I had to step up and do some things and continue to do some things that scares the crap out of me. And I always suggest that you do the same too. You got to do some things that scare the crap out of you. So, I typed up some proposals. I made some phone calls, and we're going to see what happens. And so, this year has been a great year. 2016 has been a phenomenal year, and it's going to end with a bang. I'm excited that I'll be speaking at the 2016 Full Throttle Conference on the Income Acceleration Day with Delator McNeil, the second. So, hey, that's what it's all about. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone. That's where, you see much of your success happen. And so one of the things too that I realized that there's a fear of failure, and there is a fear of success. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Everything is a choice between fear and love. Yeah, and that's something that, you hear it. You hear people quote about it. You hear people talk about it. They give presentations about it. but I'd never actually swallowed the peel of fear of success. Crazy, right? I think it's crazy. But it's out there. So, this message is for somebody. I will hope that you tag or share it with somebody who needs to hear this message, because right now somebody is procrastinating. Somebody is, thanks, Vanessa. Somebody's doubting their abilities, their skill levels, and they're not going after what they really should because they're doubting themselves. And if it takes for me to come out and have this conversation, and be transparent about what it is that I deal with so that I can help push you, then so be it. That's what it's all about. That's the reason why I do what it is that I do. And then, another 2 more things before I let you go. I don't want to hold you too long. And now my daughter's texting me as well. But everybody around you is not for you. Everybody around you is not really for you. So you have to have a level of discernment. Also, be careful who you share your... Deira says she's procrastinating. Oh, well, I'm glad that it was for you, boo. Keep pushing. I know you're working to do some things too. You got a big breakthrough. That's my baby cousin. Hey, Talea. Thanks for joining. So I was sharing that you got to be careful who you share your successes, who you share your failures, and who you share your plans with, because they're not always looking out for what's best for you. Sometimes it is about what's in it for them. And so I operate in silence. I like to move in silence. That's just me. That's just the way that I operate, because, you can see what work is being done versus me having to tell you. And so mind your wants, because there is someone who wants your mind. God almighty, that's a deep one, Barrett. Thank you. But yeah, so, trust me, I got 2 pages of lessons that I've learned, and the summer is not even over. It's not even over. So be careful who you share your successes with. Your success, your failures, and your plans. Just let them see you work. And they'll know what's going on, because they're paying attention. And it's people right now that are looking, watching, and they're not liking, they're not posting, they're not commenting, but they're watching. That's a good thing. You need people watching. If you don't have people watching or talking about you, that means you're not doing anything. But this has been this week's episode of Let's Talk It Out on Thursday, and have some, coffee and some conversation. I'll drop the mic right about now. Talea said, I can show you better than I can tell you. Pow. That's right. Absolutely. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today for this episode. I'd love to continue to stay on this conversation. So if it's questions that you have about business, entrepreneurship, developing your infrastructure in your business, give me a call. Inbox me. Or you can send me an email at info@visionsconsulting.com. Info@visions, VIZIONS, consulting.com. And I'd love to, answer some of your questions here on this platform. And may God be with you. And remember, this is your year. This is my year. This is our year. I love you guys.